We're usually on the street about 5 in the morning. Now when you walk on Broadway, it's empty, it's quiet. There's no cars on there. All right, all of a sudden, around 5:30, 6 o'clock, DPW shows up, the police department show up, the members of Rotary show up. It's almost like the field of dreams. As the time goes on, about 9, 10 o'clock, you see tents going up on Broadway. See all the years of work, you see that day as the tents go up. I think the best time for Michael and I are about 11:30 when we ring the gong. All of a sudden, the street festival is open. The street is full of people. It's hundreds and hundreds of people walking through the street.
Wow, good afternoon. And with the strike of the gong, we're off to start the 40th Annual Street Festival. Good afternoon, I'm Dana Foreman with DCM, coming to you live above this year's Street Festival from the offices of Two Girls Media, here on Broadway. The weather is beautiful. We got about a 70-degree day out there. We got some clouds, but it's no rain forecasted, which was pretty good when you're considering the fact that it was supposed to rain earlier this week, and they were forecasting for it today. But we're good. We're going to have a great day today. So joining me here today, we have Jeff Millington and Lisa Foreman down on the street, and also in the Center of Action, covering all the interviews. I think they have somebody down there now they want to talk to. So we're going to cut to Jeff right down on the street right now. So take it away, Jeff and Lisa, and let me know what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, again, here we are on in downtown Denville for the 40th annual Rotary Street Festival. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and we're going to be down here talking to some folks. And we have our first guest we'd like to talk to, Mayor Tom Andes. Tom, thanks for taking some time out to talk to us.
It's great to be here, Jeff.
And you and I were just talking a little while ago about whether or not we made all 40 festivals in our lives.
I moved here 39 years ago, so I hadn't missed the first one. All right, but I think every one after that I've been to. And rain, and when it was 100 degrees out, and a beautiful day like today.
Yeah, I mean, this is perfect because, there have been days when their soles of the shoes were melting on the street.
Yeah, there's been days when I was working a booth for raising money for a playground or whatever it was, and it was just so hot. But it was a good time. But it was just a rough day to be there the whole time. But I think everybody today's gonna have a wonderful time.
And Tom, the Rotary is an integral part of the fabric of the town, and I guess this is their primary fundraiser, right? The street festival.
Yeah, this is their biggest fundraiser, and they're an extraordinarily generous and good-natured group of people. Every year they have a President's Project, and they donate a large sum of money to that project, and they like to work on it together. And one of the big things they did was for over a 3-year period they worked in the clock tower, they worked at the point down at by the Tulip Fountain, Project Playground with the gazebo in the middle of it. They help maintain that too. The bandstand at Gardner Fields, and then things that people might not know about. Up on Beacon Hill, they would help sponsor it with the Boy Scouts, a monument. They did the first one, I know, in 1976, because Beacon Hill was one of the lookout points for George Washington when he was during the Revolutionary War, and so they made a monument there. So the picnic pavilion at Gardner Field. I mean, their fingerprints are all over Denver with all the great things that they've done for our community, and they're a wonderful group of people.
In a wonderful town. And with a wonderful mayor.
It's a pretty good town. Yeah, we always got something good going on in Denville, and they're a big part of our community, as is all our service organizations.
Excellent. And Tom, it's all under the spirit that you bring to the town. So thanks so much for everything.
And it's great to be here. Good to see you again, buddy.
Okay.
All right. See you later on.
Okay. And there are some additional Denville folks we'd like to bring over. Two more spectacular Denville citizens. We have Ellen Sandman and Vicki Harrison.
Hello.
And I guess, Ellen, you represent everything, but today the two of you are representing the Arts Council?
Yes.
But let's start with Rotary.
Okay, I'm a member of the Denville Rotary, so I've been here since 5 a.m. So I'm a little tired.
Coffee?
No.
Any coffee over there?
And we recently started a Denville Arts Council. We're having music in the park this summer at the Gardner Field Bandstand, which was donated by the Denville Rotary years ago. So we'll have 5 different Tuesdays in July and August. We'll be selling concessions.
Yes.
Ellen's in charge of concessions.
I know how to make a good hot dog.
Right. And then September 17th, we'll have a brand new art in the park, and that'll be at Hogan's Memorial Park, which is next to the library and the Historical Society.
I've seen some of the publicity on Facebook, coming soon. It sounds exciting.
We're excited.
Yeah, and if you come down, because I know this is live, come on down. We have handouts to show you when everything's happening, and it's going to be really exciting. There is so many people that are connected to the arts in Denville. We're not only known for being a volunteer town, but we were also very creative in many fashions and forms, whether it's music, art, theater. It's right here in Denville. It's where it's happening. It's called the hub of Morris County for a reason. Is that right?
That's right. And our goal as the Denville Arts Council is to provide opportunities for artists to bring art to the community and for the community to enjoy it. So it's kind of making opportunities and then sharing them.
Yeah.
And you know, Denville Community Media, we'd like to give a personal thanks also to Vicki and Bridget, Two Girls Media, for allowing us to use their office as our mobile van today. So thank you.
Pretty fun, yeah.
And you've seen the Two Girls Media publications, I'm sure, all over many towns.
Talking about art and creativity, they have it cornered. They cornered the market on that. It's beautiful. Working as a downtown business improvement person, and I couldn't work with finer people, and I'm so happy that they asked me. Surprised they did. They didn't look at my whole resume. They asked me to be on the board with them, but you know, I'm here to give. You know, that's what Denville does, and it takes, and it's good. Yeah. Just when I thought it was safe, they asked me.
I got you back in.
Yeah, I got me back in. And I'm very happy.
You're welcome.
I love working with people that know how to, you know, say, I'm going to do this, and you're going to do this, and we do it together, and what the result is, you know, 100-fold. So,
excellent.
and back at you. I mean, you've been volunteering for a long time, and it's just when you thought it was safe. Yeah. And I know how old you are.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we have some additional. Oh, George, come on over, George.
Hello, sir. How are you?
All right, George Jenowitz.
Holy mackerel! What a great pleasure to be here.
President of the
man,
Morris Thrift Barns, George.
Morris Thrift Barn.
Yeah.
And today we're handing out these Lenny dollars. Lenny was a very important part of the Book Barn and Bargain Barn, and we're sort of putting his picture on our bills. This is handed out in our booth, and you can get one if you want to by coming down and seeing us, and we'll give you $1 off your whole purchase. So it's great. But besides that, we're really happy to be here and to be part of this community. Just being here, watching all the different vendors and all the different people and everything else. Our stuff is people bring their used books to us. We turn them around, sell them. All that money goes, 100% goes to charities in this area, in the Denville area and around. So I think it's really a great cause, and we help a lot of different people, as does the Rotary. So yes.
Yeah, and also if anyone wants to learn a little bit more about the Thrift Barns, Dana Foreman, one of our producers for Denville Community Media, did a program. It's about 40 or 45 minutes, right?
Yes.
In depth. And it does go into Lenny DeMena's role in helping to develop.
Yep.
And of course, George is the current president, taking over the reins from Lenny.
Yeah.
And from everything I see and hear, the Thrift Barns are an overwhelming success. So
It's because the community has come out, and what Lenny started is still continuing. More people are coming out. We're getting other different books and different items and stuff like that. So yeah, come on. If you're here, come on down. If you're not, we have Facebook, we have Instagram. We're on the internet. You can find us there. We're open on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Come on down. We'd love to see you.
excellent. Thank you, George.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
And
All right.
remember, have fun.
It's all about fun. And again, as George said, and as everyone said, if you're watching this live and you're in the area, come on down. It's a beautiful day, so there's plenty of food vendors. There's going to be entertainment. Setting up behind me now will be the world-class martial arts. And we're going to go up to the studio now, I think. Okay, yeah, this feed will now go back up to the studio, so we'll see you in a little bit on the street.
Wow, thank you, Jeff and Lisa, who are operating down there on the camera today, doing the work in the street. Great effort to those guys. Keep up the good work. As I mentioned in the start of our stream earlier today, we're located in the offices of Two Girls Media, and I want to take a moment to tell you about these ladies and the great services they're providing here in Denville for some of the neighboring towns all around. So I have here a couple of these guides. You might see these guides around town. If you're not in Denville and you're visiting, I mean, they do a variety of towns offhand. Morris, Madison, Boonton, Rockaway, Parsippany, and of course I do Denville. Bridget Carucci and Vicki Harrison, they do an amazing job putting these things together. If you're a businessman or a small business, for the price of a cup of coffee for a month, you could get an ad, a small ad in one of these magazines, and boost your sales. Otherwise, if you're just another citizen around here, it's something terrific just to peruse, pick up and look at. It's pretty amazing. So if you right now, if you don't mind, I'm going to bring up a message from the president of Rotary, Joe Pesci, who is very adamant about talking about welcoming everybody here to the street festival. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied. Not enough water and not enough coffee. So I'm going to cut to this message that he gave, welcoming you all to this year's event. Please stand by, and we'll go to it right now.
Good afternoon. My name is Joe Pacey, the president of the Denville Rotary Club. Welcome to our 40th Denville Rotary Street Festival. It's been hard work for the last 40 years, and we're looking forward to a great day. I'd like to thank the police department, the mayor's office, the DPW, the fire department, and the ambulance corps for all the help in keeping us safe. I'd like to thank our members for making this day so special. I'd like to thank our community for coming out and supporting us for the past 39 years, today, and the future. Please enjoy your day. Hope to see you on Broadway.
Thank you, Joe. Look, that was a great message from Joe Pesci, the president of the Street Rotary Festival. Like I said earlier, we'll be streaming live for about 90 minutes, more or less, so you could follow along. Or better yet, come on down here to Broadway and join in on the fun. We have a lot of great things going on. It's kind of hard to believe that the Street Festival has been around for 40 years, actually 41 years, if it was canceled back during in 2020, I believe, due to the COVID pandemic, COVID pandemic, that thing. The first one that was held in 1982, and Denville Community Media, then Denville Community Television, was there, and we have some clips from the first Denville Rotary Street Festival with radio DJ Cousin Bruce Morrow, or Cousin Brucey. Do you guys remember him? Nah, not in your age. No, it's old farts like me. And he was speaking with the founder of the first Street Festival, Mr. Bill Cater. Let's cut to that video and show you what that is right now. I hope you enjoy.
Good evening. Tonight, Denville Community Television presents scenes from the Rotary Street Festival held Sunday, August 8th, 1982.
And then left rear. And Claude Dickerson. Claude is our Grand Marshal for today's event. And I'd like to ask Claude to say a few words and kick off the festival. Claude?
I'm very proud to have been a Rotarian all these years. I want to thank the Rotarians for this Street Festival. And now, the second clapping having gone, old antique Chinese gone, we are officially open the Street Festival of Denville Rotary Club. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, that's always a good answer. Yeah, it's, part of the company I work for many years. Well, hi. Let me see what you look like. Come on up here. Yeah, like this. Now, sit up high. Now, what is your name? Chrissy? How old are you, Chrissy?
5. I love
you. 5? You're very pretty. Good look. Oh, I'll tell you. Where do you live, Chrissy? Huh? Where do you live? Do you remember? Where does Chrissy live?
Denville, Indian Lake.
Oh, Indian Lake?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah, this is for you. You can put that on your crib or your bed or something. No more crib. Just kidding. That's what I was waiting for to see. Thank you very much.
Parkway and Main Street, everything is just going beautiful. There are hundreds and hundreds of wonderful things happening, and thousands of people already are joining us here. There's plenty of room for thousands and thousands of more. And this is your cousin Bruce. We're broadcasting live. We're going to be here for a good part of the day and signing autographs. And you're going to be meeting many of the people responsible for this magnificent Rotary Denville Street Festival. I want to introduce you right now to a gentleman who is the president of Rotary, and I've just been made an honorary member of it. I just want to accept him officially as the president. Is the president of the Denville Rotary, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Cater. Bill, first of all, why not you officially opened the Street Festival a few moments ago. Over here, locally in the area. I want to hand you our New Jersey 1510 microphone and our television microphone. Your cables on, your local cables on. And how about officially opening the Denville Rotary Street Festival with thousands of people listening out there that wish they could be with us today. Bill Cater, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Cousin Bruce. We're here on the streets of Broadway in Denville, and right now there's a couple thousand people milling around, enjoying the various food vendors that we have, games of chance, rides for the kids, and we have over 100 arts and craft tables out here. And I'd like you all to come on down and try it out.
I'll tell you, Bill, you hold on to those because I think it'll be easier. Bill, first of all, there are people listening now that'll be listening down in Asbury Park, down in Atlantic City, and it's a day now, it's not a short day. It is a day to come out here. It is the perfect day for a street festival, there's no doubt about it. It's cool, it's comfortable, and this place is jammed with things to do. Tell everybody how to get here, Bill Cater.
Okay, if you're traveling from the south, you want to get on 280, go to Route 80, and take 80 to the Denville exit. That's exit 38. Get off at the exit, and you're right near the town. You'll find the town from there, and there's a lot of people milling around. Also, I might mention that we have a lot of parking available. We have shuttle buses going out and picking up people at the remote parking lots outside of town. You can go out Route 53 or down to the Diamond Spring Road area.
Bill, now, we're right off the road number 46, Route 46. I want people locally who know Route 46. It's very easy to get to. Now, I've done a lot of these street festivals in my career. This is what? This is the second year you've done this?
No, this is our first year.
You're kidding me. This looks like one of the most well-organized, best-run things I've ever seen. Everything is going beautifully. The 1,000 people already are showing up, and you're going to be here until 10 o'clock tonight. Now, we have entertainment happening. I notice there's a big stage over there, and there's all kinds of sound equipment. A DJ is getting himself ready. We'll be dancing in the streets here. That's what we're going to be doing. Cousin Brucey and you will be dancing in the streets. Rides, attractions, and let me go down. Why don't you go down some of the food? This seems to be an international food festival today here. How about naming some of the different kinds of food nationalities you can get on here?
Okay, we have Chinese food. We have Sri Lankan.
Please, what is your name?
Karen Riley.
Hi, Karen. Where do you come from?
From Whippany.
Turn around a little bit so they can see you too, as well as television. You're from Whippany? What brought you to the street festival?
Well, we came with the kids. We wanted them to enjoy the fun.
It's kind of nice that somebody cares enough to put on a family activity, because we don't have enough family activities today, do we?
That's true. That's true.
What are you going to do with the kids here? What's going to happen?
They're going to go on the rides for sure.
Oh, the rides?
They're going to eat too.
What about you? What do you want to eat?
What do I want to eat? Italian, probably.
Italian, but that sausage is driving me crazy. Thank you very much for talking with us, ladies and...
Okay, right now we're at the Denville Rotary Beef Barbecue booth. Barbecue's going for $1.50, and as you can see, the beef is turning on the spits right now.
Please meet with me at the Schmidt Beer Truck, Susan McCormick.
Boy, that was a fun thing looking back on those old days, huh? Back in '82, those hairstyles and stuff like that. And Cousin Bruce Morrow Where is he these days? And the radio station, 1570, is that even around or a thing anymore? You got me. So we're going to take it back down to the street right now where Jeff Millington and Lisa are gathering up some more people to talk to. Go ahead, Jeff, take it away.
Okay, here we are back down on the street at the Rotary Street Festival, June 4th, 2023, 40th annual festival. And we now have another famous Denvillian with us, Doug Gable. Doug,
how you doing? Good, great. Absolutely. This is always a fun event, and I look forward to it every year.
Yeah, it really is something to look forward to, especially on a day like this. Doug, you're one of those classic Denville volunteers, actually giving a lot of service to the town council. You served as president of the council for a while. Now you're with the Morris County Park Commission?
Yes, that's correct. I served 10 years as a councilman and 2 of those years as council president. I love serving this town in that capacity. And since stepping off of the council, I'm now a commissioner over at the Morris County Parks Commission and looking to support all of the 38 properties that the Morris County Parks takes care of and administers, and having a great time doing that as well.
That's another terrific service job. Excellent, excellent. And I noticed your hat. If you can bend down, you get a shot of Doug's hat. Right behind the camera is the Diamond Spring Brewery, which is going to open. The sign says opening mid-June, so we're looking forward to that.
Absolutely, yeah. We obviously got this hat about 2 months ago in some of the prep work for their opening, and we're looking forward to a mid-June opening for them. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be exciting. They got a beautiful patio out here, and also behind this is the world-class martial arts. I think you have something you can say about that?
Yeah, my son was a part of world-class martial arts and performed here many, many summers, and got his first black belt there. Now he's an instructor over at Ronan and Company, and just continuing the tradition of martial arts.
Excellent, excellent. Doug, thank you very much for stopping by.
My pleasure. All right, we're looking forward to enjoying the afternoon.
Okay.
Take care, thanks.
All right, and we have another guest. We have Mr. Brian Bergen. Hi,
What's
Brian.
up, man? How you doing?
Good, good.
I'm doing awesome. Having a great day here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful weather. It's a great time. It's always a great time here, but it's just nice when it's a beautiful weather like this so everybody can get out. Yeah. So, I'm here just enjoying it, trying to help out the Rotary in particular. And also, anybody who can come here today can go out and vote today at Denville Town Hall. So whoever they vote for, whatever party they are, it's immaterial, but today they can come out, hit the Denville Street Fair, stop at Town Hall, cast a vote. What a better day I can't imagine.
So this is the early primary voting, and that's today?
Yeah, today 10 to 6 at Town Hall. And again, whatever party you are, whatever person you want to vote for, you can do what you want to do, but you can stop here, have an awesome time, and then head over and vote. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Excellent. It's great.
And you've given a lot of your service time to Denville too, right?
Yeah, I was a councilman here for 2 years, been in the State Assembly for now going on 4 years. And I love Denville. I love the community, as you know. Consider myself lucky to be here. So any chance I get to give back to the community, I'm of course going to do that.
And this is what a community can do. Looking behind you, I mean, this is fantastic.
Absolutely. I don't want to turn around because I got some political advertising on the back of my shirt, but
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. But yes, of course, this is what it's all about. The community coming out, being together, celebrating. This is what it's all about.
Very good, Brian. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Take care, guys.
Come on over. All right. So Rick Rafferty, how's the shot here? Come on over here. You are the incoming Rotary president, I hear.
Yes, I am. Yes. Yeah.
Well,
for the fiscal year, we start our fiscal year on July 1st. So July 1st to June 30th of next year.
Okay. And we are getting an idea of what the effort that goes into putting this together. I mean, can you talk a little bit about that?
It is a huge effort, and it starts the day after we tear down. Planning on vendors, planning on, just everything, and praying that the weather is okay. But as you know, we have professional vendors, we have craft and new merchandise vendors. Of course, we have our bandstand, we have our food, and then we have our beer vendor, beer garden. It's a very, very big effort, and it takes everybody in the club to pull it off.
And especially today, I think everybody's down here like at 4 o'clock in the morning, right?
We get here starting about 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
You want some coffee? But
2 cups.
Now, next year for the 41st, it's just a continuum, right?
Yeah, it'll be a continuum. As a president, I'm going to plan on trying to do a few more things. I'd like to do a little bit more advertising. I'd actually like to get some more vendors. We're going to work on possibly partnering with Diamond Spring Brewery.
That's brilliant.
With the new brewery, and partner with a few of the other businesses in town. You know, one of the things that's going to be my focus this year is to gain us some new members. We are desperate for new members.
Yeah, I did see one appeal on Facebook. Was that from you or
me? Like many service organizations, membership is going down, and we're aging out. You know, numbers of people in our club are older than 75. And while they're very active members and they do a lot of things, you know, you get to the point that you just can't do as much as you did a long time ago. So yeah, that's one thing we're looking for.
Well, wish you a lot of luck. I hope anybody watching this thinks about volunteering for the Denville Rotary if you're in the area. This is going out live all over.
Good.
And also, if you're in the area, please stop down. What a day. What a perfect.
What a great day. You know, this is almost a perfect day. The only problem with a day like this is a perfect beach day. So you lose some people there, and a perfect gardening day and all of those things. So,
but just think of the food.
Yeah, think of the
I can
food.
smell it.
Exactly. Exactly.
We need smell-o-vision here. See?
Exactly, smell-o-vision.
Rick, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, folks.
All right. So, I think we're still live. We're going to go back up to the studio now, and we'll be back again later.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Lisa. And it's good to hear from my good old buddy there, Rick Rafferty, the incoming president of the Rotary. And speaking of presidents of Rotary, so earlier in beforehand when I spoke to Jeff, you were looking at a great video of the 1982, the very first street festival, which was organized by a lovely man named Bill Cater. Well, I had a chance to sit down and talk to Bill and get a quick interview with him. And this is what Bill had to say about those old days of starting up.
I've been a member of the Denville Rotary Club for 47 years, and a friend of mine, well actually my boss, took me to a Rotary. He was a member of Rotary. He took me to a meeting, and I wanted to join Rotary. He was a member of the Roxbury Club, and we had so much fun there. I just wanted to become a member. Well, I was brought up in Newark, a couple blocks from St. Rocco's Church, and each year St. Rocco would have a festival, a feast of St. Rocco, and they would block off 14th Street for a couple blocks and have all sorts of vendors. It was kind of like a smaller version of the Feast of San Gennaro, and it was magical. It was just a lot of fun. They would have games of chance. They would have people selling food, and they would have other vendors, you know, with goldfish bowls, and you had to throw a tennis ball into it. And it was a lot of fun. So in the late 70s, when the Rotary Club was looking for a fundraiser, a new fundraiser, I suggested a feast. And it took a couple years before I was able to convince them to go ahead with it. And of course we called it a festival. The first street festival was in 1982. It was August 8th, 1982. And it took 13 months for us to plan it. It was unbelievable. It was past our expectations. I was the chairman of the first street festival, and I only did it 1 year. Well, I guess my favorite story is I wanted everybody to participate. We had 76 members at that first street festival. And 4 of the members were senior citizens, and they couldn't really participate in the labor part of the setup and tear down. So I asked them to kick off the street festival, and they were so happy that I asked them to do that. One of the members was Claude Dickerson, and he, on his own, brought a gong, that a Japanese gong, to the street festival, and he started off the street festival with the click banging of the gong. I have the gong right here.
Is this the exact gong right here?
This is it.
And this has been banging since 1982.
Exactly.
Wow.
You want to hear it?
Why not? That's terrific. All right, it was really great to speak with Bill. I'm sure he's out there today working alongside him. I actually saw him down earlier. Please come down and take advantage of this wonderful day. We got a lot going on out there, a lot of food, a lot of really great vendors out there. If you might have saw in the opening montages, we had like tie-dye t-shirts. We got a woman out there who is selling up, what do you want to say, like secondhand goods, and you got, I saw some artists down there in the street, and a lot of food vendors. I got gyros. God, I love gyros. And amazing things going on down here. We got some rides going on, a lot of bands. They have some cotton candy going on and stuff of that nature. So we're just going to roll here. Actually, while we have a moment, I actually wanted to tell you how involved this really gets in planning and the planning stages of this. I mean, there's so much goes into this. So I have a brief video I'd like to show now with the organizer, Mr. Mike Bodway. Oh, wait, maybe not. Are they ready to cut? Chris, are they ready to cut? Okay, we're gonna take this back down the street right now where Jeff is ready to interview another attendee of this event. Take it away, Mr. Jeff.
Actually, just speak.
Feel free to go about 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes? What? No, I can't do 5 minutes.
They're coming to us now. Get ready.
Okay, back on the street at the Rotary Street Festival 2023. Peter
Zablocki, you got it.
Zablocki with us. Peter, you're very involved in the Denville Historical Society. You want to talk about that?
Of course, yeah. So, oh, you got it. All right. Yeah. So I was vice president of Denville Historical Society now. Probably I've been 5 years. I'm actually unofficially, but officially going to be named president next Wednesday. Actually.
Congratulations.
Thank you of the Historical Society. So, we welcome anyone to come in at any point, whenever they want to. We've been around since the 70s. Actually, it's been our 50th anniversary a couple years ago. COVID kind of took it away. We couldn't really do anything with it, but the museum's open every single weekend. We were there from 10 to 2. We have a lot of different exhibits. We continuously change them up, and get new exhibits. And often we have people come in and ask us about, if someone moves into town, or like, I wonder what my house looked like in 1920s or 30s, and we could actually help you out with that. We have all different records. For this is 40th anniversary of this, and
yes,
we have we have plethora of pictures and images, advertisements from this event, from 40 years ago going forward. And I just put together a new exhibit yesterday actually, on it's called Denville Celebrates. So it's kind of very fitting, because what I did is I created an exhibit that deals with our Memorial Day parades, our Rotary events, and basically anytime we celebrate anything. And our first Memorial Day, first parade we had in town was actually 1930. It was Decorations Day before they called it Memorial Day. But that was the first ever parade we had at Denville. It was the first annual in 1930, and it went right through this very same street. And we have a lot of different images of that too, which is kind of really cool.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And then after that, we, obviously Memorial Day keeps on going, but also the Rotary, and it's a really neat exhibit. If anyone wants to come in and stop by, we'd love to have them. And there's always myself or somebody else there. So if anyone needs, has any questions or anything like that, we are there again, 10 to 2 every Saturday.
And the other thing is you're an author. You've written. Tell us about those books.
Yeah, I actually became an author a few years ago. I published probably about 7-8 books that deal with history. 3 of them deal with Denville. I wrote a book, Denville Goes to War, which deals with World War I. Then I did Denville in World War II, which I actually interviewed a plethora of people. In town, I wanted to really write a book about the experience of this town, not just veterans, but what it meant to be a child, what it meant to be a wife and a mom, during World War II. So I tried to find as many people as I could that were alive during the time, and I was very proud of that book. It actually won an award. It won a New Jersey Nonfiction Book of the Year by the New Jersey Historical Society.
Congratulations.
Really cool. Yes, thank you. And then I wrote Denville 13, which was kind of like our little, I guess not secret anymore, but for a little bit it was kind of a secret in this town. And I wrote that book 2 years ago, and it was actually the publisher's best-selling book for that entire year. So a lot of people, we're a small town, but a lot of people are interested in that. And I've been contacted by Netflix and by Discovery ID to turn it into a documentary series. So we're my production company's in discussion with them to try to see if we could do something with it.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
So yes, so I write. I also podcast. I have a podcast called History Teachers Talking. So it's my friend and I. We're both history teachers. So we we're like, what should we call it? So we called it literally History Teachers Talking. But we have a weekly podcast where we talk about random history topics, and we started that in COVID. It was very much as we needed something to do to fill our time. And it led to getting pretty popular, and we went up to thousands of listeners, and that's kind of my side gig has become more or less my my primary gig. And I also am a teacher. I teach history full time. I've been teaching for 20 years now. So.
And where are you teaching now?
So I taught at Morris Knolls for 11 years, but I've been at Kinnelon High School now for 6 years. Okay. So, but yeah, teaching's fun. And then obviously I'm a Rotary as well.
You're another Denville volunteer involved in many, many things.
Yeah. Yes. No, the Historical Society started, I actually emailed them and see if they needed some help with, sweeping the floors, and they invited me over, and before you know it, it's like vote, 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 boom, I'm on the board. And a year later I was the vice president, which is interesting. But I have a background in history. Obviously I have a master's degree in American history, so anywhere I could help, I was always willing to help. And the Denville books I wrote, actually, I didn't keep any of the money for them. I signed everything off to the Historical Society, which is really neat. So try to help raise some money and awareness, which is cool.
There's another thing that you and I have had a conversation about many, many years ago when the Denville Theater was still here. Back in those days, they would show shorts between the features, and there was one called Our Town, a black and white film about supporting your local merchant, right? Yeah. And before the theater closed, because that was one of the only available projectors that could show this film, Denville Community Television at that time, we were invited to come in and videotape that film. Well, that is on YouTube for anybody who would want to check it out. It's under Denville Community Media. It's on our page. It's called Our Town. But you were able to get the original film, right?
Yes, we actually found it just rummaging, going through stuff upstairs in the attic at the Historical Society, and it's a reel, 35 millimeter. It's a big reel, a metal case, and we're like, what is this? And you open it, and it tells you, Kodak or whatever it was, but it says, Our Town. I was like, oh my gosh, like we have the original print.
That's excellent. Yeah.
So yeah, we're trying to actually get it digitized, and that's hopefully will be done this year. And they could actually now digitize it in 4K or even 8K, so it could be more live, than it was in the 50s. It could
see more of our old town than we ever wanted to see.
Yeah, that would be cool. You're right. That would be cool, though. So yeah, that's our next project to work on as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much, guys.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
And back up to the studio now.
Well, thank you very much for that very informative conversation you had there with that gentleman. I didn't grab his name offhand. I didn't hear it. It was hard to pronounce. So, Sublaki. It was very nice of him to take time to chat with us today. I've seen his books. I just never can pronounce his last name. So where I was going before, and I was talking with how difficult and how hard it is to actually organize the street fair. A lot really goes into it, and I'd like to right now bring up an interview with my friend Mike Bodway, who is the chairperson for today's street festival, and I'd like to play it for you right now, so stand by.
Well, I've been a Rotarian here in Denville for the past 13 years, but I've been had Rotary in my heart since I was in high school, so that goes back quite a few years. But after moving to the area, yeah, it's been 13 years I've been with the Denville Rotary Club. I was in Interact, which is kind of like the high school version of Rotary. And as a member of Interact, I participated, went to Rotary meetings, and when I was a senior in high school, I applied to be a Rotary exchange student, and actually was given the opportunity by Rotary to spend a year living in Denmark on a cultural exchange through the Rotary International Exchange Program. Well, I think it was a little over 8 years ago that Joe approached me and said, "Will you be a co-chair with me?" So Joe Pacey and I, for the last 8 years, have been working together, organizing, managing, and really from the minute it's over, we kind of start with planning for the next year. Yeah, there is a lot that goes into it, and it really starts the day the day the Street Fest is over. When we load up everything, we're thinking about unloading it a year later in the trailer where everything goes in to be stored for the year. We typically in June or July have a follow-up meeting to discuss what really worked well, what we might change, and how we might implement some of those changes. And then typically we might have a meeting in November, but really in January we start in earnest. Once a month we have a meeting where we get together and make sure everyone is on schedule with what they do. But it does take the entire club. The day of the Street Fest, we have all hands on deck, and during the planning process and the setup process, we have different members of the club that are assigned different aspects, whether it's the beer garden, scheduling personnel, putting together the musicians and the acts that are on stage, food, setting up the food vendors, setting up the professional vendors, and then there's the vendors that are actually selling goods. So it does take a huge effort from the whole club. We have people that specialize in reaching out for sponsorship, and it's a great team effort and builds a lot of camaraderie and gives you a good sense of getting something done. And we've done it so many years that we kind of know when to, for instance, when to apply for the 50/50 license, when to start reaching out to the vendors, when to reach out to the sponsors. It goes down all the way to when to reach out to the golf course to get the golf carts that we use to help with setting up and taking down and transportation for during the day. But it is that timing and kind of knowing when to put applications in, when to reach out to people, and really just keeping track is everything moving as it should. Well, it is rain or shine, so we've had some beautiful days that ended up in storms, some days that looked pretty stormy that ended up beautiful. We have never had a Street Fest canceled because of weather. Well, we do, we reach out, we have the police department presence there. We reach out to them pretty much the time, as soon as we know the date, which we always know a year ahead of time, they're on board. We have the fire department, the emergency squad, and then the DPW also supplies trucks to they say, harden the entrances. So along the open roads, they have trucks parked to keep traffic from coming into the street festival. But yeah, it's a town effort. It's a real town effort. We occasionally will try something new, but for the most part, it does stay the same. We, in past years, going back, I'm going to say 5 or 6 years ago, previous to that, we would always have a roast beef tent manned by Rotarians. We now have brought in a vendor to do that because that was a huge effort. So that was a change a few years back. But sometimes the carnival rides change. The performers on stage are always different, but there's no real drastic big changes. So the setup actually starts the day before. We have a lot of the necessary items for the street festival stored in a tractor trailer. It's offloaded on Saturday late evening, and at that point the DPW is also helping put up barriers. We have the police department helping with keeping cars from being parked on the street overnight. So that starts really on Saturday, and then bright and early Saturday morning, President Joe is typically the first person there. I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe 5:30, but he's typically the first one there. We have to mark the vendor spaces, do things like line garbage cans. It really put together tents, and it's a whole club effort. And it's pretty much everyone's busy from the time we get there at 5:36 in the morning until 11 o'clock when it opens. And then we're busy all the way until close. But yes, there's a huge sense of accomplishment at the end. And that's the one thing I always remember is, it went well. And every year, Joe and I are there right at the end. Bill's usually there as well. And it's like, we put it together, it went off, and it was a great day. And yeah, the sense of accomplishment, I think, is my best memory.
Hey, that was Mike Bodway, the chairman of this year's Street Festival, and as you could tell, several years, been with Rotary for a long time. Thanks, Mike, for all the great work. Keep it up. I know in the future you'll probably be doing more, working now with Rick Rafferty coming in. And now at this time, I think we're going to take it to the street. I think Jeff has somebody to talk to. Oh, look, he's down there with the guys from the Beautification Committee. Those beautification committees, they're the top dollar in here. They make this town shine. Jeff, take it away.
Okay, here we are back on the street at the Rotary Street Festival, and we have a very impromptu background here. It just happened to be here. I'm with some of the most dedicated volunteers in Denville, the Beautification Committee, or part of the Beautification Committee. And Dave Sipple, you are the head of it right now.
Yes, correct.
And your wife Betsy is with us, and Ken Artson, right? And tell us about beautification. Tell us what you got going on.
We maintain all the gardens downtown and around town. We have like 32 gardens in town. 32 that we take care of. It keeps growing a little bit every year, but we're trying to keep it under control. We're trying to get them so they can maintain themselves a little bit, and we don't have to.
How many volunteers do you have taking care of these 32?
We have about 20 people on a regular basis. We have 100 people on the email list. Yeah. So anybody's welcome anytime. If you have free time, just come on down and get on our email list, and you can see where we're working on any particular day. Or we do a lot of work Saturday mornings, sometime weekday mornings if we have enough people to show up. So we work.
What do you have going on today at the street festival?
Well, we're selling some flowers. These are the cannas that are kind of our signature plant. You see these on 53, on Route 10, on the intersections there. They get about 4 or 5 feet tall. And we got some other perennials that we're selling in the booth just to have something to people make some money.
Yeah.
Donate the beautification. So
Now, when did you take over as, I guess the president of the beautification?
well, the chairman. I took over. I don't know what about 4 or 5 years ago. Franz Fertkus was our leader for a number of years.
Many years.
Many years. And he just kind of got tired and retired. He turned 90 in January, so he was
passed the torch.
Yeah, he kind of passed the torch on to us. So now we're taking care of all that.
What do you have? You guys go all year long with your gardening, right?
Well, we don't do much in the winter. We do some yarn art in the winter.
It's all year. It's all year.
Yeah, do you help the town out with Christmas decorations?
Christmas decorations, the parade.
Yeah, with the parade.
Yeah. Yep.
We work with the Downtown Improvement District, doing some decorations in Christmas time. The Pink Witches, we'd help them, volunteer with them and kind of work closely with them, work with them.
And are you finding it tough to get volunteers? Do you need more volunteers? You want to make an appeal for volunteers?
Yeah, anybody that has some time.
In the sun?
Yeah, it's great exercise. It's fun. It's not. We have a lot of different activities that you can do. You don't have to be able to lift 50 pounds or any of that. We plant a lot of flowers. Everybody likes planting the planters and the planters on Broadway and Diamond Spring and East Main. That's always a fun thing.
Planters are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all over town.
Yep.
And then, of course, the Rotary, the monument up at the top of town. You maintain.
Right, we maintain the Bicentennial Garden for the Rotary, the clock tower down there, and so a couple of stuff. There's the fountain across from Walgreens. We do that garden too. So the big gardens are in town, but there's a lot down 53 Station Road. There's some stuff. So there's a lot of stuff around.
Okay. Well, so
anybody that wants to, we got a job for everybody. So.
And they get to work in front of the,
Yeah, you get these cool T-shirts, and you can fun in the sun.
Did they get a hat?
No, that's my hat.
Next year.
Well, thanks so much, all of you, for stopping
Thanks
by.
very much.
And enjoy the festival. What a day, huh?
Yeah, it's great.
Unbelievable.
We've got a lot of business over there. People are stopping by. We give out free advice. We're trying to do a lot more native plants. These are native plants that we're working on. So
that's the trend now. That's
yep. Less maintenance and better for
maintenance and the cultivars, I guess. Yeah, it can throw off the balance, but yeah.
So, all righty.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Denville.
Yeah. And we're going to go back up to the studio now. That's it.
And thank you very much there, Jeff. Appreciate that. It's always great to talk to Dave Sipple and the beautification people. They do an amazing job as always, and it's always appreciated. Right now, while you're out there walking the streets and checking everything out and the food and all that, there is a lot of people who have been a part of the street fair for over the years, but one man has been there from the very beginning, and that's the DJ extraordinaire Gup Gascon, also known as the Golden Gup. He's been an MC for this event for 40 years, of course, minus the 1 year of the COVID pandemic in 2020. And an amazing guy who I had a chance to chat with as he was getting ready to do another gig on Memorial Day in Morris Plains. Along with being a longtime Denville resident, he shares how he got started in the mobile DJ business and how he came to the DRS. Here's that video right now. Gus, how long have you lived in Denville?
Oh, wow. I've been here since '88, and I was on Franklin Road in '81, I think, or '80. And prior to that, 1980. 1980, yeah. I started at Smiles in Parsippany in 1975. Bobby Eckstein owned the place, and I knew him personally. I used to polish his Cadillac. And disco was really big at the time, as you know, and I said, hey, maybe we can do this with my kind of music, which is 50s oriented. Yeah. And that's how I started. And by the late 70s, I was full-time. Oh, that's another good question. I used to work at the Hub. You remember that on 53, Bob Manna? And he drafted me for the first one, and I've been a part of it ever since, the festival itself.
What year was that?
You say this is the 40th, right? Yeah. 83? 83. The first one.
The first one was actually 82.
Well then, 41 years, counting, growing, yeah. I was at every one, and the last, oh God, I don't know how, 30 years, I guess I've been in charge of the stage.
You've done every one of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fun.
I'll tell you what, I do enjoy it. You know, there's a wonderful buzz in Denville. As you know, Denville's probably one of the greatest towns for community spirit that we all love and know and appreciate it. And that's what sticks out the most, the dedication of the volunteers, the Rotarians. I do remember in the old days, we used to have a very primitive stage. Usually it was a trailer truck, just the trailer part. And that's how we started. And when it got busier, we needed 2 of them. I'll never forget this. A guy I didn't know. The first trailer truck is like 40, the first trailer's in place, it's like 40 feet long. So I'm starting to set up, because I did all the speakers and everything back then. And I'm unpacking everything, and all of a sudden I hear this, and this big rig comes up, toots the horn again, goes right by me, and then backs up in one shot, this far from the other stage, all the way down. The guy's name was Don D'Onofrio. He's not here anymore, but I was so impressed with that. Great town for spirit, Denville is. That's just one of the many characters. Bruce McCarter, was always so diligent in getting everything cleaned up the next day. You'd never know it was there. As far as being on stage, we've had a variety of performers, virtually all of them local, and they all love to pitch in and, do their part, so I'm happy to be a part of it.
Thank you, Gup. He's an amazing guy. Again, thanks a million for all the great music he supported for giving over 40 years. The festival is just about in full steam right now. We encourage everyone to come on, stop by, and visit the vendors and say hi and say hi to some of our sponsors who have set up booths along the way. On Broadway, these are not only our businesses, these are our neighbors to boot. So give them a thanks when you're coming out today, and also thank the members of the Denville Police and Fire Departments who've been out there keeping everyone safe. Like I said, we have some great entertainment continuing down on town today. I think coming up soon we should have Deb Dynamite and Authentic Strive and Norton Small coming down. Somewhere along the line they're going to be bringing out the swing dancers shortly. Well, and we're not sponsors of it, but I would like to sit there and say right now, I would like to thank very much the Denville Rotary for letting us come out here and stream this wonderful event today. It's been definitely a very fun event, and I was very happy to be part of it. And with that, I think we're going to see if we have something going on downtown. Let's see if Jeff has somebody he wants to talk to. Jeff, are you ready to go? Come back to you. Oh, stand by. He's trying to round. I have to thank Fritz Mott and Jeff Millington. They've been downtown today wrangling people to talk to and interview on the street. And let's see if they're ready to go live. Lisa, are they ready to go live? They got something down there? What do we got? Okay, I don't know if they're what they're planning, they're doing down there. They got something going on. I also like to take a moment to thank Mr. Chris Willis here alongside me. Chris, stick your nose in here. Say hello. So get in the camera. All right, Chris is in here, and Bryce Mott is also up here assisting. They're monitoring our broadcast as well as assisting on other aspects of the production today. And I want to put my hat off them and thank them very much for joining us. On back, so stand by. And if, by the way, if you're busy, we're still going on until 6 o'clock tonight, and it's beautiful weather, and the town is packed, and there's a lot going on. So if you get a chance, come on down.
Oh, Mark Salzman, Erica.
Hi, how are you?
You guys know each other?
Nice to meet you. I love that name.
Well, you're okay. We're back on the street live, and this time we have a couple of the vendors with us. So first we have here Mark Salzman from Bach to Rock, and Mark, tell us about your day here at the Rotary Festival.
Well, first of all, you just can't get better weather than this, given that, Friday it was very hot and sultry, and yesterday was freezing, so today we have perfect weather. It's like, Goldilocks, right? So we got that, and we're just here enjoying having people come up to our canopy and telling them about all of the great music lessons that we offer to kids of all ages and adults, all genres, all instruments.
So your music studio is Bach to Rock. You're in Denville, down on Route 10?
Yeah, so we're in Denville. We're on the southern part of Denville. It was just an oddly shaped town, but there's a little piece that goes where Route 10 is. So we're in there near the car dealerships, corner of Franklin and Route 10. That's where we're at.
And you're going to play us a little tune here now?
Yeah, sure. All right. I know you guys are probably remember The Who, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's our generation, right?
Is this copyrighted?
Oh. We'll be fighting in the streets with children at our feet, and the morals that they worship will be gone.
All right, YouTube's going to cut us off.
Oh, yeah. 6-second videos, right, for social media. All right.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And we have another vendor, Erica DeMonico, right?
Oh, yes.
From Sassy Scraps.
Sassy Scraps,
Tell
yes.
us about your...
Yes, I am Erica. I'm a fashion upcycler, so I take clothing and I reconstruct it, I deconstruct it, and then reconstruct it into new forms. So I sometimes bleach things, I paint things, as you could see on my pants. I'm in Boonton, New Jersey, really close by. I was lucky enough to get into the Denville Street Fair this year for the first time. It's a beautiful day. The food is amazing. It's just been all around wonderful.
How's the customer traffic past your vendor booth?
It's very busy. Lots of people strolling in, curious about sustainable clothing and upcycling. I'm teaching a lot of people, but it seems like a lot of people already know about it, which is nice.
Yeah. And people can check out Scraps on what, Facebook or...
Yes, I'm on, I have a Facebook page, Sassy Scraps Upcycle Boutique, and I also am on Instagram as Sassy Scraps by Erica, and that's with a K, E-R-I-K-A, Sassy Scraps by Erica.
Well, we're glad you could take a few minutes away from the booth. You got some help to cover, so thanks for coming and talking to us.
My pleasure. It's been fun. I can't wait for the rest of the night to get by, so it's going to be a good time.
Okay, thank you, Erica.
All right, thank you.
Okay, and we have, who do we have, Fritz?
How are you? I'm John Sheeran.
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, how's your traffic today? How's everything?
It's busy out here. You know, you gotta love the Denville Street Fair. Being born and raised in Denville myself in the Indian Lake section, love coming down here and seeing all my neighbors from the last couple of years. So
yeah, that's the nice thing about this.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you folks have been involved in Denville volunteerism for a long time too, right?
My mom's been in town here for about 35 years now, so she's joined the Rotary a couple of years back, and she's actually working the event today. You can see her down at the beer tent, and then it's the rest of the family here taking over the tent for us. So
that's excellent. So you get to roam around a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, get to have some fun as well.
And have some food.
Exactly. There's a lot of good vendors down here today.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for stopping in.
Thanks for having me,
Say hi
guys.
to your mom.
I will.
All right, so we're going back. Oh, is this a farewell? Well, we're going, okay. Well, it's been nice talking to everybody live from the street here again at the 40th Rotary Street Festival. And again, if you're local, come on down. And thanks for joining Denville Community Media. And as Dana would say, we'll see you around town.
You know, I don't like a guy stealing my line. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Fritz, for all the work you guys did out there. We're going to do right now, we're going to cut away with another blast in the past. This one is from 1998.
tush push for you. Something from Mr. John Michael Montgomery.
Tell me the 17th.
Annual Street Festival, the Rotary Street Festival.
All right, now how are we doing with the 50/50s this year?
So far, we have had 2 drawings. The first one was $866. The second one was $575. I think that scattered shower scared a few people.
Yeah, but
it's going to blow over. It's going to be successful like everything Rotary does.
And we have the better part of the day well ahead of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, we hope that this is going to be a good success for you and make more than you've ever made before for the Rotary.
I hope so, because every penny that Rotary earns from the sales here goes right back into the community. Scholarships for our children, things that you see around town. Notice when you see the Rotary wheel, there are signs at Gardner Field, the beautiful monument behind you, the beautiful gazebo in the middle of Project Playground. Those are just a few. One of the poles on Gardner Field that lights up the children's sports activities. Camp Mary Hart, the Rotary Foundation, you name it, it just goes right back into projects for the community.
Well, we thank you very much for staying with us today. This is just about pretty much wrapping it up for us, but I do want to talk to you about some stuff. As I was looking over all this great footage that we've been showing here, and we have so much more of it from back in the day. It comes to my mind that we having a bit of a problem in volunteering in this community that we really should address. Our Denville community is built on quite a number of volunteer organizations like Denville Rotary, and like the Denville Rotary, there are short volunteers. So many others, in so many other volunteer committees, they need help as well. These organizations, that's the Volunteer Fire Department, Denville Beautification, Thrift Barns in Morris County, which is the Book Barn, the Food Pantry, and even our organization, Denville Community Media, are in search of volunteers to help keep these organizations running. Sadly, a number of members of these groups are getting older, and we need fresh help and new ideas to move these programs and keep moving them forward for generations to come. So please, if you could spend some time, there is an organization, I'm sure, in this town that is out that could really use your help. Even if it's just now and then or once in a while or whatever, it really is beneficial. For the rest of the Denville community team, this pretty much wraps it up for us today. I want to thank everybody for this. This was a tremendous effort on everyone's behalf. We really pulled this off. I want to thank them, Fritz and Jeff Millington, Fritz Mott, Lisa Foreman, my wife, and these guys, Chris and Bryce, joining us here today. This has been a great shot, and we like to tell you all, it's going on until 6 o'clock tonight. There's a lot going on, so I really think that if you get a chance, come on down, enjoy the town. This is what our community is about. Not too many communities do things like this. Also coming up soon, downtown Denville will be doing Denville After Dark on June 16th. You should come out and check that out. Again, I'm Dana Foreman for Denville Community Media, and I'll see you around town real soon.